Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Wrench and Wallow. My name is Alfredo, and this is video 3, I think, of body swapping two 4Runners, a first generation and a 5th generation. Now, it's technically not a body swap because we are keeping the body and the frame from the first generation, but we are, however, taking all of the floor, the firewall, and everything from the 5th generation and shoving it somehow into a 1st gen. Now, in the previous videos, we stripped apart the 1st generation and the 5th gen. Now today, we're gonna be taking out this 1GR out of here and probably putting it all the way back there in the 1st generation to see how much space we got and what we're gonna have to do in order to fit everything up there. So for now, this is me by myself trying to take out a 1GR from a 5th generation 4Runner. Let's see how this goes. Quick little thing before I keep going. I got myself one of these little label printers and it's doing wonders for me, and I'll show you why. I wanna make sure that whenever I put everything back together, I know which sensor goes where or which plug of the harness goes where. Toyota makes all of their plugs so that this little plug right here cannot go anywhere else in the engine bay. However, when I am putting together everything, and it's happened to me before, the wire harness can become a little mess and you do not know where to start. So if I know that this is gonna be the mass airflow sensor at some point, then I know where to organize myself around this. It'll save me a lot of time down the road and it'll be way, way easier to work with. So print a little label like this and I just put it around the wire like so. Check this out. Right behind me is the 4Runner's complete wiring harness. There's a lot of tricky stuff that you need 2 hands in order to get the plugs through here and there. I know I could take everything apart and probably make it an easier job, but one-man show today, so yeah, let's keep it going. Look at this. Complete fuse box, all the front stuff, headlights, horn, all of the sensors that are up there, all of that, and then it goes inside. So there you got from airbags all the way, the brake booster stuff right next to the fuse box. All right, now let's shoot for that 1GR. So next up is the radiator together with the shroud and the fan. I already got all of the hoses done. We got the lines for the HVAC stuff, and I think there's an oil cooler somewhere in there. So I'm gonna tack that for now, and I'm gonna cut the front end, the front clip, all of it, because we sold that to a friend that needed it. So we're gonna attack that right now. We took out the front clip, the apron, everything. Now, it feels amazing because we got plenty of access to everything within the engine bay. I still don't know, and I'll be honest with you guys, if we're gonna take out the body and then take out the engine and tranny together, or if we're just gonna pick the engine out from here. Which, to be honest, I see it very simple right now, and I think it's something that we could do. For now, I'm gonna clean up this little mess, all of these wires, all of the stuff that I can take out, I will take out. The booster and all of that. Progress, baby. I'm loving it. Let's keep going. So I thought I was gonna be all by myself when taking out the 1GR, but my boy Herman came through, and since he works at Toyota, he's got all of the hooks needed to pull the 1GR out of there, which is amazing. And he says the best way to do this right now, by not having a front end or anything, is just pulling it out together with the tranny and the transfer case. And we're gonna be pulling this baby out of there, so let's get this done, baby. All right, so now that Herman's taking care of all the power steering stuff, I'm gonna go under the car and undo all of the shafts, the drive shafts, front and rear, so that we can pull everything out of there. This big cross member that holds the transfer case and the tranny in place is going to be taken out as soon as we start pulling the engine from the outside. But for now, take these two out and then undo these bolts so that we can take them out when we're ready to pull everything out. Moment of truth, baby. Let's get this thing out of here. We're using this apparatus. What do you call this? I have no idea what you call that. But using that, Herman's putting the chain to the hook mount over there. And then the other one's gonna be on this side. And it looks like we're gonna be pulling everything from here using the forklift. All right, little mishap where the screw that holds the hook in place snapped. Safety. So yeah, let's do this again. All right, so the cat converters got on the way. We're gonna snap them out real quick and give it another try. All right, so let me show you guys what's going on. Even though everything's ready to go, one of the catalytic converter screws was stripped and we could not get it out. We're gonna try to cut that so that we can get it out, but it's almost out. Look, you can already see the oil pan down there. There you have it. 1GR is finally out of there. Now next up, we gotta somehow fit this beast, because I know you might think 1GR is not that big, but when it comes to shoving it in a first gen, it's huge, right? So we're tired as hell. It's like 11 p.m. So now let's leave this here and then we'll keep working on it tomorrow for sure. See you guys. What is up? It is another day, and today I have one thing and only one thing in mind. I'm taking out the 5th gen. We're done with that for now. I'm bringing in Consuela all the way up front, and I'm gonna cut the firewall, I'm gonna cut the floor, and I'm gonna try and shove the 1GR, which is all the way back here, in it somehow. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna take both of the doors out so I can have more access, because I'll probably be cutting from the inside and from the outside. Right now, I wanna make space so that I can throw the 1GR in here and get it in place. Why? Because all of my priority right now is to make sure that we can clear this guy right here. This top link on our diff is basically the most crucial part that we're facing right now, because we know it's an issue to clear the oil pan on the 1GR, but lucky enough, this kit from Brian at 4 Wheel Underground will help us a lot, because we can move it forward or back as much as we want. Caster angle is gonna be one thing that we have to keep in mind. We gotta make sure that angle on the diff is the proper one. So I have to play around with it a lot, and I'm sorry we're talking too much right now, but stay with me, because all of this is information that's gonna matter, okay? Right now, we have this guy over here. This is the W56 with the dual transfer cases that we're keeping. We're only keeping the transfer cases. So from this joint right here where the gasket maker is forward, we are replacing it with the auto trans from the 1GR. Our boys over at Marlin Crawler sell this plate from Inchworm. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick, aluminum, very nice, and it fits into the RF1A and then to the 750 transmission, the auto transmission from the 1GR. So this is saving our lives right now. So shout out to the guys at Marlin Crawler. So that means that this bracket that we made a while ago and this skid plate will fit right where it was before, and that's gonna be our base measurement, basically. So from there, we know where the engine's gonna go and where everything else is gonna go. We do not care about the firewall. We're bringing that from the 5th gen right over there, and we can move it forward or back a couple inches because we already did some math. So for now, let's clear this. I think from here to here, let's clear this firewall and make sure that we can bring in that 1GR in here. So I am done making space up in here for that 1GR. I think it should be enough for it to clear. And now we should be ready to start putting together all of that setup I talked about with the Marlin Crawler plate. And then I should try and somehow shove it in there. Called up some of the boys to see if they can make it here. For now, I'm gonna be working on that transfer case setup with the 1GR. So let's get that done, baby. I'm sweating like crazy, look at this. Hot Florida, baby. All right, so I took out the W56. I have a plate in here that goes to the transfer case, but we found an issue. The throwout adapter is a 23 spline, and I could have sworn I had a 23 spline, but it turns out this is a 21 spline. So I'm gonna have to figure something out, probably call the people over at Marlin, because I know they have this, And it says, let me see if you can see it, 23 to 23. So probably there's a 23 to 21 that we'll be able to just get and make sure it works. So yeah, for now, I think I'm just gonna put this in place and have it there with the 1GR without the coupling or without anything, just to have it in place and see how it goes, because I really gotta move forward with this. But this sucks. I was just thinking about it, and what I'm gonna do is take this guy and shove it where it goes, because we already have mounting points for it. It's gonna go engine and tranny by itself, while the 2 transfer cases and the skid plate and everything are gonna be already in there. Now that we got these bad boys in place, cross member and the dual transfer cases are in place, that phase of the adapter will bolt right up to the A750F on the 1GR. So we're now picking up this guy and dropping it in there. The idea now is to measure and see if we can clear the engine in there, or if we have to move the whole driveline forward or backward a little bit. Cool thing is that I got these from Toyota. These are the original brackets, frame side of the brackets for the engine mounts. So these bolt up to here like so, and that's your engine mount. So I can go ahead and weld this to the frame wherever our engine mounts end up after we do the measurements. So let's pick this bad boy up with the forklift, bring it in there, and if it fits, it sits. So these are our headers, right? And if you look at it from here, everything's falling in place, but these two guys are hitting the frame. So I'm gonna take them out just to make space, because I know we can run them outside of the frame. Exhaust is none of my worries, honestly. We can do 1,000 things with the exhaust. For now, suspension, front suspension is everything I want to fix. So let's get those out of the way and bring her in. This is our priority right here. Oil pan clearance with the top link on the diff. Right now, it's not sitting where it's supposed to sit, but I want to make sure that clears. I don't care about the headers right now. Let's get everything, those two connected, and then after that, we'll see what everything looks like in the big picture, okay? Let's keep going. Well, there you have it. That is a 1GR on a first-gen 4Runner. And even though everyone keeps saying the engine is way too tall, whatever it is, I don't see it as bad as I thought it was gonna be, honestly. Look at this. So the hood line is right there. I don't see it. It's not that bad to me, right? But we'll see. There's plenty of things we got to do still. Mind you that this is gonna drop about an inch because we still have it on this. But my issue, and my only issue right now, is these two wanting to kiss. That is the oil pan, and that is the top link on the 3-link. We knew this since the first moment. We knew this was gonna be an issue, and now I am looking over at the other side, okay? And there's no oil pan on that side over there, which means we could probably switch that top link from the top of the differential to the top of the tube over here, and then just have it move up and down without hitting the oil pan. That is an option. I already talked to Brian at 4 Wheel Underground, and he said he could get it done. It is the same geometry, it is the same everything, and the suspension will work exactly the same. So that could be an option. That is gonna be it for today's video. We are tired as hell. This is what it's looking like inside. I think we got plenty of space, and I think we can make this happen. I know we will make this happen, but for now, I'm pretty excited, guys. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are the best. There's been a ton of comments, a ton of good people, a ton of good vibes, and I appreciate that a lot. I'm gonna be out for the next 10 days. I'm traveling with my family, which means the next episode is gonna take a while. But for now, I feel like we made a ton of progress, and I am very excited to see what's coming up ahead. So stay tuned and see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.